Welcome to the University of Central Florida and the College of Engineering and Computer Science. I'm Michael Georgiopoulos. I'm the Dean of Engineering and Computer Science. And I have put some slides together for you to give you a kind of an overview of who we are in the College of Engineering and Computer Science. So I'm going to talk to you about the teaching mission of the College of Engineering and Computer Science. Sorry, I'm trying to get the clicker out. Then the research mission, as well as some pockets of excellence that we have in the College of Engineering and Computer Science that might be of interest to you. Some of these pockets of excellence, you'll have the chance to look at them a little bit more carefully when you go to the exhibit hall in the afternoon. So we are a very large institution and a very large college within our institution. We are around 70,000 students in our institution, and we are around 15,500 students in engineering and computer science. So you see here our disciplines. There are 7 disciplines. The 6 of them, I have them in black font because they have been around for a long, long time. The 7th one is a discipline that became under the umbrella of engineering and computer science this past fall, 2024. So the disciplines that are represented in the college is civil, environmental, and construction engineering, mechanical, aerospace engineering, computer science and IT, electrical and computer engineering, material science and engineering, and industrial systems and management systems. The School of Modeling and Simulation is the new discipline that came under our umbrella because of the strong presence of modeling and simulation in the Central Florida area. As some of you might know, we are the Center of Excellence for Modeling and Simulation because our strong presence of DoD entities in our research park 10 minutes away from UCF, and the 100 companies also in the research park that are doing work in modeling, simulation, and training. We have 50,000+ alumni. The reason that I'm putting this up is because if you matriculate at UCF and you graduate with a degree in any one of these disciplines, it's very likely wherever you go to work that you're going to find some of our alumni there who I am sure they're going to be there to help you progress in your professional career. So where are we located? So this is the main campus. We have 3 buildings on the main campus, Engineering 1, Engineering 2, and L3 Harris Engineering Center. You will visit all of these buildings because of the afternoon presentations that we have with the departments and the student success session. We also have labs in the research park, which, as I mentioned, is 10 minutes away from our main campus. And we also have some lab facilities in our Lake Nona campus where the College of Medicine is located. When you look at the degrees that we produce, you see the distribution in terms of undergraduate degrees, masters, and PhD. So this is a breakdown again of the number of students that we have in our disciplines, 15,500 plus, 13,000 plus in undergraduate, and around 2,300 in the graduate program, split 2/3 masters and 1/3 PhD. We are a very diverse institution. As you can see here, you see the breakdown of underrepresented minorities and female students within our disciplines, both at the undergraduate and graduate program. Again, you see also at the undergraduate level, the majority of our students are domestic students. Things are a little bit different at the graduate level, as you see from the percentages. I want to talk to you a little bit more about the Honors College. The Honors College is one of the 13 colleges in our institution. It's one of the top honors colleges around the nation, top 20, and they recruit around 500 students every year to be part of the disciplines in engineering and computer science, as well as the disciplines in other colleges as well. So anytime you walk on campus, not today, but other weekdays, you'll probably have around 2,000 honor students that walk the same campus with you. The reason that I'm mentioning the Honors College is not only because of the great academic credentials of the students who walk through our doors as part of the Honors College, but also to make a comment that 50% plus of students in the Honors College are engineering and computer science students. So 1,000 students of the Honors College are College of Engineering and Computer Science students. One of our visionary statements of what we want to do is to be a top producer of engineering and computer science talent. So what you see here is how do we rank compared to other engineering colleges around the nation? And the numbers that you see is that is kind of indicating that we are achieving our mission and we are pushing our mission and vision forward. So you see there that we are number 8 in the number of engineering and computer science degrees that we produce in the nation across all the other 300 plus engineering colleges. And you also see some of the numbers in terms of the number of degrees that we produce in mechanical engineering, number 4, aerospace engineering, number 6, computer science, number 3, and so forth. You also see that what our students tell us after we poll them 6 months after they graduate from our college. Do they find a job in their disciplines? You see there that close to 90% of our students in the undergraduate program find a job in their disciplines, more than 90% in the master's and the PhD. So where were we a couple of years ago? Where are we now, right now? In which direction are we going? The president and the provost of our institution have said have made a statement that what we want to be known across the nation is an institution for its excellence in engineering and technology. That's very important because where the institution goes, we go, engineering and computer science. And where engineering and computer science goes, the institution goes as well. So in order for us to meet the vision of the president and the provost, we are pushing the envelope in terms of the number of students that are in engineering and computer science, as well as in the resources that are provided to us to achieve the goal of the president and the provost. So you see there that in fall 2022, we had around 13,000 plus students. Now we have 15,000 plus. The intent is in a few years, hopefully by 2032 or maybe earlier, we'll have 25,000 students in engineering and technology, of which 20,000 are going to be engineering and computer science students. And of course, our resources are going to grow along the way as well. So let's talk about pockets of excellence. So here I have 2 examples. A few years back, in 2013, 5 students from engineering and computer science went to an advisor in computer science and says, we want to open a cyber club, that they call it Hack at UCF. Now, a few years later, 10 plus years later, this club has around 350 plus students. There is a team that is recruited from this club that is called the Collegiate Cyber Competition Team that competes at the regional and national level in a variety of cyber defense and offense competitions. One of the most prestigious ones, the National Collegiate Cyber Defense Competition, our team, the UCF team, has won 6 times, have come number 2 3 times. There is no other team in the US that has achieved the same accolades. UCF programming team has been around for 40 plus years. This is a group of around 50 students that train on a consistent basis every week to become better programmers and solve real-world problems. They participate in regional competitions, national competitions, and the International Collegiate Programming Competition. The International Collegiate Programming Competition has 60,000 students around the globe competing for a spot, 1 of 500. In the International Collegiate Programming Competition. Our team made it 11 out of the 12 times in this global programming competition. Excel. Excel is a program that we started back in 2006. This is a program that was supported by the National Science Foundation with the primary intent of increasing the success of students who pursue a degree in STEM disciplines at UCF. 75% of them are engineering and computer science students. So many years later, this program has impacted around 7,000 students, has increased STEM graduation by 45%. The unique thing about this program that I want to mention is that we recruit students that walk through our doors whose Math SAT scores are in the 2nd and 3rd quartile of Math SAT scores in our College of Engineering and Computer Science. So we want to make sure that they are given all the appropriate support to succeed in their STEM discipline. Same time, around the time that the Excel program started, 2006, industry came to us and said, we like your students and the technical competence that they have after they graduate from UCF, but we also want them to have some skills that we consider important for them to succeed in their profession. This is what you have heard probably before, the soft skills that we want engineers and computer scientists to have. You know, the ability to communicate your ideas, technical ideas to a variety of audiences, independently of whether they know the technical content that you are talking about, the ability to work across disciplines, mechanical engineers, industrial engineers, electrical engineers, and so forth, the ability and the interest to lead in your profession, innovate and create new ideas. So we started with this Engineering Leadership and Innovation Institute that has a number of activities that encourages students to get involved with. One of them is called the Development Circles. We connect some of our students who are interested to be part of this particular program with industry and government mentors, and they have this informal mentorship relationship for 6 months during the academic year. And these mentors give the students a pretty good idea of what the profession would look like when they graduate, what they should be doing while they matriculate through our disciplines at UCF. The limitless solution. This is again an example of the innovation and creativity of some of our students. It started 10 years ago from 3 students in mechanical and aerospace engineering. Albert Manero was the leader of this group of 3, a mechanical and aerospace engineering PhD student. The other 2 were undergraduate students. Now, this particular organization is a non-profit organization, primary focus on creating bionic arms for little children without limbs. They have a 5,000 square foot laboratory right now, and they train, educate, mentor around 50 interns every year to help them understand what they do and also help them understand do what they do. All of these programs, by the way, you're going to see a much more expanded version, and you'll engage in conversations at the exhibit hall in the afternoon. I don't know if you paid attention to the video that we were showing just before we started our conversation. We have a program that's called College Work Experiences Program that is supported by Lockheed Martin. This program has been around for 40 years. So what does Lockheed Martin do? They come to UCF and they say, we want to involve some of your students as interns at Lockheed Martin so we can help them understand what we do. By the time that they graduate, we have a pretty good idea of who they are, and we are going to give them some job offers. The students, the same way, they check out what Lockheed Martin is all about. So when the time comes for them to make a decision on whether they are going to work for Lockheed Martin, they make an educated decision. So this is a great relationship between an important partner, Lockheed Martin, as well as UCF and, of course, the College of Engineering and Computer Science. The reason that I mentioned this particular program, this is because one of the many opportunities that our students have to involve themselves in internship opportunities year-round. Big deal, year-round, right? So this is an opportunity for them to see what they are going to be doing in their discipline with a variety of companies that we have in our vicinity. The fact that UCF is a metropolitan institution sets it apart compared to other institutions because of these opportunities that our students have. And you'll have an industry panel later on in our morning session where we brought in some of our partners to talk to you directly what they do, what they are looking for, and how they engage students while they matriculate at UCF. Now I move to the research enterprise. This is a very busy graph. There is a reason why it's busy. It shows you, if you have the time to look at it more carefully, some of the strengths that we have in the College of Engineering and Computer Science. And these strengths were the primary reason that when the president and the provost came a couple of years ago and said, we want to invest in faculty resources, and faculty submitted ideas where they wanted the president and the provost to invest, eventually the president and the provost chose pretty much every idea that was promoted by the College of Engineering and Computer Science. So we are building our resources very aggressively. We hired 30 plus faculty 2 years ago. We hired 30 plus faculty in fall 2024. We are in the process of hiring 50 faculty in fall 2025. Why is this important? Because these faculty, you see the areas that we are focused on, these faculty are going to be instructing the students who will come through our doors in fall 2025. These faculty are going to be the mentors of students who are interested in doing research experiences with them in their research laboratories. So one of the areas is AI, energy, cyber, space and hypersonics, digital twin, smart city, infectious diseases, semiconductor manufacturing, all of them together in this particular slide. So you see here, these are some of the areas that we are focusing on in terms of hiring faculty in the prior 2 years, as well as in this year. And as you recognize, these are some of the emerging technologies. These are some of the important technologies, not only for our region and for the state of Florida, but also for the nation as a whole. A few more words about the research enterprise. So you see here a graph with dark blue and kind of shaded dotted blue of the research awards that we have received throughout the years in the College of Engineering and Computer Science. Look at the fiscal year 24. Fiscal year 24 is the year that we exceeded our research award productivity above 60 million. Our goal is to reach a place a few years later because of the increased faculty recruitment that we are being involved to around $150 million. Why is this important? Because more and more students would have the opportunity to get involved in research, understand some of the work that is happening in our research labs, and make an educated guess when the time comes whether they are going to pursue graduate school or whether they want to work for the industry or the government. And how are we going to do that? We are going to collaborate with other colleges within our institution, other institutions around the nation, of course, our industry and government partners as well. This is my last slide. What I want to show you here is an effort that we started back in May 2020. It was 2 months after COVID hit the United States and everybody was locked in their apartments or houses. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to bring out the faculty to get to know each other. So we started this College of Engineering and Computer Science virtual seminar series. So what we did is we had a virtual interaction in a 1-hour time slot where we invited 3 or 4 faculty to say in 10 minutes who they are, where they came from, what their expertise are, the kind of projects that they are working on, and what kind of collaborations are they looking for to expand their research portfolio. So right now, if you go to this website that I have on this slide, you will see that there are 300 presentations of 10-minute slot videos of our faculty that give you a better idea of who they are and what they do. And this is what we also showcase to our students so that they can make an educated decision. Is this the right faculty that I want to spend my time in their research lab? This is the thank you slide, and I would like to open the floor for any of you who might have some questions that you would like me to elaborate a little bit more. Thank you for attending my presentation. Any questions?
What percentage of the current undergraduate students participate in research here at UCF?
I don't have a concrete number. I would say probably around 10% of the students get involved in research. And the reason that I don't have a concrete number is because there is no direct way of figuring out how many of them go into the research lab of a professor. So some students connect with our Office of Undergraduate Research, and they tell them that they are doing research with the faculty. And these numbers we have in front of us, but a good number of students don't do that. So,
are there any prerequisites to do research on campus?
No prerequisites. The way it works is that you connect with someone from the college. It could be me, or it could be the Associate Dean of Undergraduate Affairs, Manoj Chopra, and ask them, tell them what you're interested in. And then they will recommend some faculty, and then you go talk to them during their office hours. And then through this interaction, eventually the faculty decide of whether this is the kind of research experience that fits your interests and, of course, their needs as well. To give you an example, I have a faculty member. You saw his video. He's the one that does hypersonics work, that has around 60 students working with him, of which 20 are undergraduates. The way he approaches it, he goes into the class that he's teaching. It's a big class, mechanical and aerospace engineering class, and tells the students what he does. And then around 20 students follow him in his lab, and then eventually he decides who of these students are going to be involved in research experiences. It's a tremendous experience. He's supported by the Air Force Lab to create the next generation hypersonic vehicle. Some of his undergraduate students are very involved in this particular program. They build the next hypersonic vehicle. And he was telling me that some of his undergraduate students, because of the mentorship that he does, not only himself, but some senior graduate students, are able to be the kind of people that we want them to graduate from UCF. One of his undergraduate students is overseeing a graduate student that he hired from University of Ann Arbor, Michigan. So it's my encouragement to all of you, if you are to come to UCF, is to get involved in undergraduate research experience as early as you are interested in. So,
And how successful has the material science and engineering department been here at UCF?
yeah, a little bit about the history. So, material science and engineering department started back in 2012. They were part of mechanical materials and aerospace engineering program. So they, the provost at the time took away 6 faculty from this department and created the material science and engineering department. So keep in mind, 6 faculty in 2012. Now they are 30 faculty. So that's one example of the success that I have seen of material science and engineering program. So the other thing is obviously their research portfolio has expanded after they recruited so many faculty. They started their undergraduate program back in fall 2021. So now they have around 150, if I'm not mistaken, undergraduate students. As you know, material science and engineering programs are never large, right? So in essence, it's a program that has done well over the last few years, and they are in the right direction to do better. And they are ranked around 50th program in the US. By the way, if this is one particular discipline that you will hear the chair of material science and engineering tell you that it pretty much touches everything, materials. So you'll hear a little bit more about what they do and how good they are later in the afternoon. So,
what are some of the experiences for the Engineering Leadership Institute?
You mean the student experiences? Yes. So one of the activities that I mentioned is the development circle. So we get around, we encourage the students to participate in these development circles. So we usually have around 150 students. So we bring in around 50 mentors from industry and government, and we pair them up with the students. And then through this 6-month informal mentorship, they get to understand a little bit better of what they are going to be doing after they graduate from UCF. That's one example. The other example is that the Engineering Leadership and Innovation Institute goes to the Intro to Engineering class, which we teach in the freshman year, fall and spring semester, and gives the students a better understanding of what they should be doing as they matriculate at UCF and the kind of interactions that they should be having with other engineering clubs or other opportunities that they have at UCF. The other thing that they do is they teach what we refer to as leadership courses. So the director of the Engineering Leadership and Innovation Institute teaches leadership courses in their junior and senior year, and then some of the students do take these leadership courses. One of the last things that I want to mention is they also have what we call an ELI 2, Engineering Leadership and Innovation Institute seminar series, where they bring in some of the professionals in the field. Some of them are alumni, some of them are other individuals, and they interact with the students on a one-to-one basis an hour in a particular week. And then the students get to ask them questions and interact with them and get a better understanding of what they have done to be successful in their professional and personal careers. So,
about what percentage of kids do you think participate in the CWEP program?
okay, so I know that we have around 350 students that are employed by UCF to be part of the CWEP program on a yearly basis. And around 500 of them get involved every year in the CWEP program. So at any point in time, you're going to have around 500 students getting involved one way or another with the CWEP program, which is a big number, by the way.